Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's Reefy AF tank tour. And it's going to be a tank tour of Gas's reef tank. I thought it was Red Sea. Turns out it's not. Gas, I'm going to spotlight you now. If you can tell us a wee bit about yourself and how you get into the hobby.
Yeah, so I've always had a fascination with fish. At a young age, my dad and myself used to go fishing a lot. I mean, we still do when we can. So yeah, fishing's always been a hobby, and also keeping the freshwater fish. Boo, I know, but yeah, it's always been a fascination to me. Keeping fish, going fishing. Um, so having my own house in 2001. I got like my own freshwater setup, 4 foot, having like mollies, platies, and all that, breeding them. So just the fascination kicked off there, really. But then when we got into the marine keeping, it was around 2001. So if you spot that first picture, Ron.
Give me a second. I'll need to pull it up. Thought I had it all prepared. Hold on.
So basically, when you're going around the local fish shops and you're looking at all the freshwater fish, and the marine ones always catch you in the eye, don't they? And it's always like, oh, that's too hard, that's too hard. but yeah, I thought, you know what, let's have a crack at it. I mean, so I was watching some YouTube videos and then I come across, I can't remember the guy's name. I think his name was Mark, but I can't remember his website or anything like that, or his YouTube channel. But basically, he was selling blowers.
Melinda, fuck's sake.
Is she off already? Is she?
She's drawn and she did the balls first. Remove that.
Forget the ratio. Oh God!
Right,
where's Steve? Steve last time.
Where is the eraser? Where is the eraser? Come on.
That's not me. That's not me in the blue. Someone's got a weird head.
Sorry, guys. Continue.
Oh, that's fine. So yeah, when I came across this picture and I was like, wow, look at that! It just looks amazing, doesn't it? But, to everyone here, it's just ours. But when you look at the contrast in the colours and that, I was like, no, I've got to try and do this. So bought myself a little Evo. If you want to go to the next one, Ron. So yeah, bought a little Evo with a bit of Carib Sea rock.
Boo. Boo. That's a bigger boo than freshwater.
Yeah, it's a bigger boo.
If you think that's bad, wait till what's coming. I think you already know, Steve. You've seen it all before.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is said Zoa rock there. So that is the actual one you just saw. So flick to the next one, we can see a bit more colour. There we are. So yeah, quite happy with that. But as everyone knows, it's not that straightforward. Just putting salt in a tank and buying a coral and shoving it in, and everything was great.
So did that Zoa last quite well for you? I mean, I'll put my hand up right now. I have never ever successfully kept a Zoa.
Yeah, well, it did deteriorate in that little Evo. I've got to be honest. And the remains of it, which is the green at the front, you see, is in my dad's tank actually. And it's still basically like clinging on, if you like. So maybe if we do a tank tour of my dad's one day, I'll show you. But yeah,
we definitely need to do a tank tour of your dad.
Yeah. I've got a little bit on here, haven't I, of his tank, just a tiny bit, a little bit saying. But yeah, it's in there now, hanging on for DLO. So yeah, it's been through the mill. But I guess we all do the same thing, don't we? We all think, oh, it's only salt water until you get to the nitrogen cycle, and then things starting to decline. So yeah, so after about 2 months, so that was March 21, that Evo, and then 2 months later in the May 21, I thought, you know what, I've got this stuff now. That little Evo was basically in the bottom right corner there on that little table, you see. Well, I thought, yeah, let's get originally the plan was to get a 4 foot. But my wife thought it was like going to be too big in that living room there. Because a 4 foot would have fit there in that space there. I went, no, that's too big. Let's go for the 3 foot. We sell the Red Sea 300 XL, which I think is one you've got, isn't it, Ron?
It is, yes.
Yeah. So that was May 2021. So yeah, carry on. Bought some real reef rock. Is there expensive stuff? There it is.
Yeah, how comes you went for that at that build, but then you went for Carib Sea again on the build behind you?
Why? Just the cost, mate, really. I mean, I have still got that rock that you see there. Yeah, it's a good question. When I set this up behind me, I just use Carib Sea only, not thinking that, it would benefit some live rock. But I've got to be honest, the reason why I shut that Red Sea down was I had a vermitid infestation, like really, really bad. So I didn't want to introduce any of that rock into this system here because it was just an infestation.
Yeah, was every single indentation just plagued with them?
Yeah, and the pipe work. So when I collapsed that tank there, it's like all the pipe work inside. It was just everywhere. The Sump. When I say infestation, I mean like really bad. it was horrific. So yeah, I learned my lesson the hard way. You see the bottom left corner there, black and white clownfish. So I've still got one of them. One passed away a couple of months ago, but I've still got the other one in there behind me. So yeah, it's nice to see. I've still got the same fish 4 years later on.
So John Wright is trying to join.
I've just sent him the link.
Okay, so Melinda's sent him a link, and you've just sent him a link. Okay, just
yeah, he was out. It's his birthday today, isn't it?
He's home now, though, and he's looking to see if he can join. Could this be John Wright's first ever appearance?
It is. He's never been on live, I don't think.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So yeah, there's my Sump for the 300 XL. You probably recognise that one, but you don't get much room here.
I use a remote Sump. I've never used the Sump in mine.
I didn't think you would.
What brand UV is that?
That is
Don't.
TMC.
Melinda, did you know that?
No.
Oh, you weren't poking the bear.
No, I was looking at it thinking, can you see the water flowing through it?
No, not quite. But sometimes you do, because yeah, I'll leave it there.
So yeah,
it makes sense if it's TMC and you can see the UV.
They're very good. I've actually got an upgrade of that one now for this tank. It's not on currently.
That's the end of the tank tour.
Oh, Gaz, tell me, have you ever changed the bulb in it?
Yes,
right.
The one I've currently got. That one was, but this tank we're looking at now, it only lasted 12 months, like before upgraded again. So the one behind me.
I found the way you changed the bulb to be absolutely ridiculous in the original Vectons.
Oh right, okay.
I found the seals really, really ropey, and just the whole thing was so weird. Yo, okay, Gaz.
Oh yeah, that is set up of Red Sea. So Red Sea skimmer. I had the Red Sea reef waves on there, and there's a TMC return pump as well on there actually as well. Yeah. So,
just to confirm that you switched the reef waves on.
Yeah. We switched it on.
Good.
Yeah. They did all right, to be fair. I think I nailed the one actually. Yeah, I nailed the one on the 300. Yeah, that's all you needed, wasn't it? So yeah, that's pretty much it. So then, of course,
how do you change the socks there? Like, have you got to slide that RO over to get the socks out?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
There we go.
Yeah, you slide it across basically. You can't get.
Have you got to take the skimmer out to slide it across to take the socks out?
No, you just kind. She where the there's a little bit of a gap there between the skimmer and the ATO. You just slide it across a little bit when it's empty. You can empty them out. It's not the best, obviously. Or I'm Ed do. I actually dose in all for reef as well on that. So another favourite smell. So yeah. so basically, yeah, my dad outdone me because he thought, right, Gus has got a 3 foot. I'm going to get a Waterbox 4 foot, and that's my dad's been set up. That was October of the same year, 21. There it is.
So that's your dad's tank?
That's my dad's tank, yeah. That's the Waterbox 110.4.
Nice skimmer.
Yeah, that's the actually we've upgraded that since. That was the
got the jump, the small one.
Yeah, the small one, yeah. So he's actually got the same one as me now, the Air Aqua Duo.
Brilliant piece of scammer. Amazing.
Yeah, I saw one on Marketplace going cheap, and I thought, you know what, I could probably sell Dad's skimmer for the same price as this guy. So, and I think I'd actually go a bit more. So it's like really. Yeah, it's a nice tank, Dad's is. He's got it looking really nice now.
You
Yeah.
have.
Well,
You
yeah, right.
look nice.
You're right, John. Yeah, I have. I've been around there tonight.
Actually,
I've just changed over his MP40 wet sites because they're plugged up. So yeah, I'll do everything for him. He makes the water though. He makes all the our water, so and the salts. We do need it.
Are you managing to lug it about all the barrels?
Yeah, he's only next door, isn't he? So yeah, a little pump truck thing. But I'll be honest, I don't use it. But if he's bringing them around, he'll love them on that.
They're not cheap lids.
So that's the reef top lid, that is. So yeah, I had one on my 300 XL, and that's obviously Dad's, and I've got one on this thing behind me as well. So I always have reef tops.
That's the only thing I've ever gone into my LFS with a price in mind of what something might cost. And then he told me the price, and it was 4 times what I had thought it was, and literally burst out laughing. I said, no.
They are expensive, but then you think, you know, if this is going to be a long, you know, an investment, if you like.
They're beautiful lids. Absolutely
they are
beautiful.
They
I've
are.
got 3 of them, and they've all been good.
Yeah, they are good. That's a one piece. That is my dad's. Mine's to a 2 good 6 4. That's a one piece. That is. I've actually cleaned that as well tonight. So yeah. But yeah, some bits and pieces then in there. First corals that went in the 300. So of course this is 12 months later now. So after I had that 300 XL, like I say, I had a vermicid infestation. Right, I thought, right, time for an upgrade. My wife and 2 kids were going to Morocco, I think it was, for a week. So I thought, what an opportunity to rip up the living room carpet and replace it with what you see there, ceramic wood effect.
I was about to say that is a ceramic tile floor.
It is indeed, yeah.
It's very nice.
Yeah, and that's the space you can see behind me now, obviously. So that's.
You got rid of the cat?
Pardon?
You just ditched the cat?
No.
Well in a charm, eh, Melinda?
Sweet
Understandable.
pussy. Yeah,
At least it's only a photo and with no worry of it going and taking a shit.
I heard that, Budnick. Oh dear.
So here is delivery. So this is May 2022. So it was actually the week of my birthday as well. So it was a nice birthday surprise. Arriving on my birthday.
Did the cabinet come assembled?
Nope.
I assume that's it on top there.
Yeah.
It is indeed. No, we have to assemble it. Yeah, it took 5 of us to lift that onto that. 540 kilos, I think, glasses.
So how much was that tank back then, Gaz?
Oh God. I think it was 2.8.
Wow. Even back then? Holy shit.
I think it was 2.8 I paid. Sure it was.
Are they a kind of, I mean, obviously we don't get them now, but were they a kind of like high end option?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a higher end option than a reefer.
Well, I was actually torn between that and the Red Sea 1000.
Yeah, they're about on the same par.
Yeah, they were about more or less the same price. I think the Red Sea was slightly more, but the thing that was putting me off that one was at the time when all the teams was going, and you know, you were seeing every week different stuff.
The Gen 1.
Yeah, and it just put me off. And I thought to myself, you know, every single post you see, it's a Red Sea.
I'll fix the glass on that one. It looks really thick.
19.
19.
Yeah.
Buy one, get a leak free in it for Red Sea.
Sorry?
Buy one, get a leak free is the Red Sea slogan.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've resolved it, haven't they? Saying that, I don't know, it's still hearing the other one, but I don't know if you noticed there, the doors, one of the doors is a different shade to the others.
It is.
Yeah, So obviously, I wrote to them about that. They sent me a replacement door, didn't match. They sent me another replacement door, didn't match. So they sent me another 4 replacement doors.
That makes sense.
Which are the ones that are on now. So the doors that I've got spare are all sitting in my
Did
garage.
anyone want any?
So if anybody needs a Waterbox 220 door,
So seeing as Rob's not here, I'll ask the question that Rob would be asking right now. With all that space you've got there, how come you haven't got a tank filling the full alcove? Why have you gone for a smaller one?
oh, that's future plans, that is, mate.
Gotta get mangroves in somewhere.
I've got to go somewhere, haven't I? So you're right, Lee. You're right. Yeah, the space down the side. It's life. Yeah, we've got a plant now.
So what was the time frame between the time between the very first and the second tank was 2 months.
No, the Evo, yes. So that was March 21.
Yep.
And then the Red Sea was May 21.
And then when
this was exactly 1 year later, May 22.
Okay, so that's quite a fast transition up to such a big system. Yeah.
You know, if I'd have just gone straight to this, you would have saved probably 4 or 5 grand.
Yeah.
Yes, you would.
But yeah, there's father helping to lug the water around from his. So yeah, he makes the water up in that blue can, and then we just pump it into them 25-litre drums.
It's the first time I've seen him without a smile on his face.
He does look a bit.
Probably after lugging all that water around, he's like, bloody hell.
I was going to say that. Yeah, it was a busy old day, wasn't it? It was a busy week putting that floor down as well.
No, he's thinking now I have to get a 5-foot tank now.
Yes, that's why he's pissed off, because now Gaz has outdone him. That's exactly what's happened.
Yeah, he's actually got space for it. Bigger one. So yeah, some of the first fish that I actually these fish I had in my 300. So they were the fish that I inherited from my 300 XL to this one. So it's nice to see that, because you see the size of the Evo tank. Yeah. So that was the only kind of, I'm going to say, casualty. He didn't die because he's still alive and kicking, as you can see behind. But he was literally the size of the 50p when I bought him. You look at the size of him now. But yeah, that I'm guessing that damage came from the transfer that Red Sea to this one, whether it be he's caught it on a rock with material or what. But it did actually go on its own. I didn't treat it. He recovered from that.
They do ram themselves into holes that are nowhere near big enough.
Yeah. I was at the point where I was looking into like bacterial treatment.
Can you see that?
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, well done, Ron.
Yeah.
Well done, Ron. You've redeemed yourself. You're not fucking fired yet. Jesus.
Geez, not that the video was any good anyways.
No, it wasn't.
Looks like screenshots.
Yeah, it's not my best. I'm not Harry, am I? So I'm not an expert in videos.
Right, so share, and you go back to the original now. There we go.
That real reef rock is sweet, though. It looks really nice going right in.
That's carob sea in there now. All
That's
that is
carob sea?
Everything's carob sea. Yeah, I didn't transfer the real reef rock.
Oh, that's
I put it in my garage and let it dry out for 6 months, and then I stuck it in a bucket of water, and then pump in there. So I've got a bit of it in here now, and there's actually some in the Sump as well, and there's some in my dad's as well.
I've just realised this is a fucking video as well. Hold on.
It is indeed.
It's not moving if it is.
Oh,
you were rushing when you run.
The next tour.
Well, it's because they got no flow on them. The fish are static.
Yeah.
Where are we?
The next 3, 4, 5. The next 5 videos.
You see this one okay?
Yep.
It's definitely,
yeah, I'll just think
there's no flow on in that video.
Oh no, there's only 2 MP40s in there. I think one's a Nero, isn't there? Yeah, one's a Nero. So yeah,
there is on the bottom as a fan.
This is our summer now, July. We get it for about 3 or 4 weeks, don't we? And that's it, done.
Those pyramid butterflies are nice, aren't they?
I like the pyramids.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I absolutely love them fish. Absolutely love them. But I had to get rid because they annihilated my Zoras. So that's a bit later on. But yeah, all them fish you see there, apart from the Anthea, I've got in the tank still behind me, apart from the pyramids, I had to get rid of.
It's a bit of a rookie mistake putting an angelfish in a reef tank, I must say.
I had
actually not angels.
Yeah, they're not. It's,
butterflies.
Butterfly fish, you know? Yeah,
That's because I did it recently, so
yeah,
with the same result.
Yeah, so this stuff started to appear.
Well, yes, welcome to the Carib Sea Club. That is.
It comes pre-seeded, don't you know?
It's well and truly seeded. I mean, I was battling this for 10 months. 10 months, I was taking the rock out, scrubbing it, putting it back in, taking it out. This is just literally the start of it. I hadn't even done anything at this point other than.
I ended up just leaving mine, Gaz, and it just ran its course. It just fizzled out. But
yeah, there's a little bit of a story how mine went, but I don't know if it's got anything to do with raising my pH. But David Saxby told me to raise my pH at a show. Told him my parameters, and when he asked me about my pH, I think I said it was 8.1. And he says get it above 8.3, and then you should start seeing that stuff competing, and disappearing. It literally went within, I'd say, 2 months after he told me to do that.
Yeah, mine was like that.
Yeah, I used that stuff. What is it? The antibiotic. What is it? I used it twice. Yeah, that's the one. So I double dosed that twice, and yeah, it got rid of it. But then within a week, it was back. So it just kills the surface of it. It doesn't actually kill the whole thing.
I've never seen it grow quite as prolifically on sand like that. Normally it is just with the Carib Sea problem. It's normally only on the rock.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, right, I'd literally take all the rocks out. I'd scrub them in the garden in a bucket of salt water. So I'll take salt water out, obviously, and scrub the rocks in its own salt water. Rinse them in its own salt water and then put them back in. And I did that probably 4 or 5 times.
Wow.
And honest to God, when I put them back in, it's like, yeah, this is it. It's fantastic again now. But then it's literally within a week.
Oh, God.
Within a week, it's like back to this.
Yeah.
I thought it was just inspired from your freshwater tanks.
It was.
You would think the freeze frame was a freshwater aquascape tank, wouldn't you?
It's unreal, isn't
it? There's some flow on it.
Did you ever feel like packing in?
Yes. Yeah.
That would literally what my next question was going to be, because that would finish some people off.
Honestly, I'm not kidding. I mean, I love the fish. So, if it wasn't for the fact that I got fish in there, I would have 100% have closed that tank down. So yeah, I've got a couple of anemones there, as you can see, and I've got a frag rack up in. And then the reason that frag rack went in was just so I could literally have a couple of corals in there that I could put on a rack and easily take them out and put them back in, because I couldn't put them on the rocks, obviously, and glue them down. So I thought, I'm going to get myself a frag rack, and then if it grows on the frag rack, which it did, I can just keep taking it out, scrubbing it, and putting them back on, just so I can say I got a bit of coral. It was frustrating. It was hard, and the amount of times I took that rock out of there and scrubbed it, it was hours and hours and hours. And yeah, we all live and learn, don't we? I guess. And
good on you, persevering. Some would just go, I'm not having this.
No, I was close to throwing the towel in. I really was. But I thought, I can't keep doing this. So yeah, it was really, really frustrating.
Did your glass go really bad as well, Gaz, when it was bad on the rocks?
No, you wouldn't get green out algae, but you get that white film, that white shoot that you get.
Yeah.
Bacterial, snotty kind of. So yeah, it was obviously trying to do its thing. So this is a birthday present from my wife. That was literally 12 months later. So I was running I think it was originally Obermagus I had in there, but then I upgraded to this beast. I watched Jake Adams' video on this, and
same here.
yeah, Aaron's aquariums as well. If you ever interested,
I remember seeing that one.
Yeah, he did that one as well.
Yeah, if you watch them two review this skimmer, you got to go buy one basically.
It's the build quality. It's even just the thickness and weight of the lid.
It's brilliant, mate. Yeah. Honestly, I can't recommend them enough. The only negative thing on that skimmer is the venturis get clogged up. The little plastic venturis where it pulls the air through. Because they're like a 90-degree angle, you do get a build up in there of salt creep and the calcium build up. But literally, because I know that net, I've actually bought a spare net, which are like, what was it? I think they were up the spares side. So literally, every 6 months, when I clean it, I just take them out and put the fresh pair back in. So yeah, that's the only negative of that skimmer. But that wouldn't put me off buying another one. I bought one for my dad's, like I say. So yeah, I'm at this little sliding unit as well, which is just draw runs basically.
That's cool.
That's badass.
Yeah, just put my controllers on there. So, and actually, I haven't said as well the behind this tank before I put that tank into place. I did put a big piece of plywood on the wall, so it's easy to put plugs on, and brackets and things, and the holders for the main units and things like that. So it's really easy to just screw them in rather than trying to screw into walls. But yeah, it's really good. If I was doing it again, I'd obviously put that on first because I actually put that on after the tank was in position, which is a bit of a nightmare.
This is complicated. Anyway, let's keep going.
It's not. You're doing a great job. So yeah, bought a new batch of tangs, and
that's my favourite fish right there.
Six-line wrasse.
Oh yeah.
I do like them. To be fair, I do really like a 6-line wrasse. I know it can be dicks, but I have one in every system.
I've got two of them, mate. I love them.
Yep.
I've never had an issue. It's still in here. That one is.
I think their eye. See the way the eye spins. And the lines then sometimes line up with the line on their body, and then it doesn't. I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
Right. So is the next one a photo or a video? It's a video. Yay! Bear with me.
Copy videos, can you?
Yeah,
I don't need to say any more on that, do I? It was 10 months before. And actually, the only thing I will say is that I met David Saxby, told him about my problem with Jose. And he just mentioned about raising my pH. So hence why I bought that skimmer and then put one of the because you've got two intakes. I put one to an airline outside, so it's pulling fresh air in. And within 2 months, all that had gone. So whether that contributed and helped, but who would argue with David Saxby's advice? But yeah, there he said skimmer in place. And the only reason it looks like that is because basically I got them socks in. And the only reason I got them socks in is because I just scrubbed the rocks again, so it's catching all the green hair algae that's floating around in the water column. There's the Vecton Titan 850.
Yep.
Highly recommend. I recommend that UV as well. They're brilliant.
I've got.
I know I'm laughing, but they are brilliant. I know you've got to think TMC, but
I'm only joking. I just had a really bad experience.
Right.
It's everyone has different experiences.
Yeah. I think they have a longer exposure time now, don't they?
Yeah. So I thought, right, let's try a Fugium as well. Did absolutely nothing, but yeah.
So you were still battling the green hair algae at this point?
At this point, yeah. I thought let's try a Fuge. Because everyone said, have you tried a Fuge? Have you tried a Fuge? But I've read good and bad things about Fuges. But so I thought, yeah, let's try it. Jake Adams again did the spinning ball of keto, didn't he? And I thought,
you have that light on when your tank lights are on, or when your lights go off?
Say again, sorry.
Do you have your Refugium light on when your tank lights go off?
Is it on reverse?
Oh, no. No. I just left them on 24/7. I just left them on.
Yeah, I think you need to give them a bit of a rest, don't you?
Well, it's different of opinions, and some people say put it on when you light it off, and some people say just leave it on
to help with pH drop by putting it on. It increases pH. But it's the same as anything else. It's the same as any form of filtration. You can tune it to what you like. So if it's not pulling enough out, put lights on longer. If it's pulling too much out, drop light cycle. Stop plants from growing.
Yeah, I found when I got rid of my refugium, my corals looked even better.
It's because refugium pulls out nutrients and trace elements. That's the thing. And if you're not replacing them, your corals are going to sulk.
Absolutely. Yeah, spot on. When I took the fuge out, which that little ball you saw that grown huge, it wasn't spinning, it was just a massive. But I ended up taking it out because my nitrates were still like in the 50s. So, it wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. And actually, when I took that fuge out and sucked all the gunk out of the Sump, my nitrates dropped into the 20s from the 50s. So, you could argue that, actually better with that one because they're just, in my opinion, they just collect shite and gunk.
I think other than giving a refugium a refuge for pods and things like that, I'm with you. I don't really see any other benefit to them.
No, if you've got a mandarin or whatever, then great. But for me now, I'll never have a refuge again. So that tree rock there, I won that on a raffle at Finest Aquatics. So yeah, it was nice. That was a nice little win that went in. So that's still in the tank behind me now, in the centre. Brought my SPS on there.
Is that ceramic?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and they've got them little branches that you can just pull off.
Right. And have you had any issues with that?
Nope. No, you see it there. Look in the middle there. So I think from this moment onwards, I think it won the battle with the green hair algae.
That looks a lot better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and literally because I was pulling this rock in and out, I was just basically throwing it in and out wherever it landed. That's where it stayed. I wasn't too fussed on how the aquascape looked. But I'll be honest with you, when the last time I did it and the green hair algae didn't come back, I just left the rocks as there was, as you can see. So it just looks like a clump. But to be honest with you, the hiding places for the fish and everything, I thought I'll just leave it and let it be. But then over time, you start moving the odd piece here and there, don't you? And then get it looking how you want to. So that little gunny there, story with that, because basically I bought a couple of frags off a guy, and I was interested in this gunny, and he refused to sell it me because he didn't think it was going to make it. Basically, he said it was sulking, and so I said, "Well, how much do you want for it?" And he said, "I'll just give it you, but I don't want to charge you for it because I don't think it's going to survive." But it did. So it's oh, yeah, it's still growing quite nice. There's about 100 snails I did there.
I was about to say, all I can see is snails.
Well, the story was, when I added snails, when I had the green hair algae problem, the snails would die. And again, I don't know why on earth the snails and my conch and anything else invertebrate-wise, I put them in, within a week, they'd all die. And I thought, I can't keep doing it.
Fluconazole?
No. I don't think it was that. I think I tried the snails before the fluconazole. They just kept dying. And again, are they eating something that they shouldn't be that's from the rock, or
we smothered them to death?
Yeah. but yeah, they just kept dying. Obviously, you can't keep buying snails and they keep dying. One, it's not fair on the animals, and two, it's the cost as well. But we don't want to see animals keep passing. So yeah, these fish here are my pride and joy, if you like. And there is that said gunny in the centre there. It's probably one of my first corals that I put in there, apart from the ones that are on the rack there, which are Mizoas.
That regal tank's got big, isn't it?
Oh yeah. So it was the size of a 50 pence piece when I had it. And you can see the size of it behind me now. It's lovely yellow belly as well. Beautiful
so
fish.
what made you go for a gunny for your first coral?
I don't know. I just like the look of it, I guess. And
it
again,
was free.
Well, a lot of experts can't keep them.
Well, yeah, I've got about 9 in here now, John. Doing okay, I think. Touch wood. But you live and learn, don't you?
Every day.
Yeah. So they need manganese, don't they? And
yeah,
I think I have had a gunny before that one in my previous tank and didn't make it. But then you should always read up on corals, shouldn't you, before you go and buy them to see what the needs are. Like I say, we live and learn, don't we? This is the whole hobby of.
Yeah, exactly.
Just impulse buy everything.
Yeah, and these sticks that you see now, basically, the guy that I sold my pyramids to, he included some of these corals as well. So I thought, yeah, okay, I'll give him a bash. So he
Why did you
gave me
ditch the pyramids?
Because they were decimating my zoas. So I'd had them, like I say, well over 12 months, and they hadn't touched a single thing. But yeah, they took a liking to my zoas, both of them at the same time as well. It was bizarre. They just woke up one morning and they thought, right, let's attack these zoas. And when I say decimate, I was surprised any of them survived. So there is that said gunny again.
That's gorgeous.
It is. I love it. Run. It's still going well as well. So I'm rather excited about that one because, like I say, to be told that I don't think it's going to make it to be like the size of like a tennis ball now, if you like, when it's closed up. That red one there, it's not getting cheaper right now. And again, gunnies are funny, aren't they? Some can sulk for months and months and months, and then suddenly come to life, and then others can be happy as Larry, and you don't change anything.
The red.
So as long as I know that
sell are up and down all the time, they're a right pain. The red ones. Yeah.
I don't know. It's hanging on. It's still alive, but it's not at its best. So yeah, this is my happy times now. So I'll start buying a few corals now. I'm over this green hair algae problem. So got my beloved Naso tang there. And again, that fox face was tiny when I had it. See the size of it now.
Yeah, mine got too big in my local aquarium now.
They do get big, John, yeah. So yeah, I tried a copper band, but this came from a tank breakdown, and he'd had it for over 12 months in his tank. Well, let's try it. Because my dad had tried one previously and he didn't make it. But I thought, this is from an established tank. It's feeding on frozen for the last 12 months, so let's try it. And I actually kept it for about 6 months. But again, he just gave up.
You can tell all of that coralline now is real. It's so much prettier.
Well, look at the back last one. It's taking a hold. And that's it. Once you rock start getting that coralline algae, it's got nowhere for the green algae to grow it anyway. So that rainbow chalice there, it's doing quite well now. Well, I say it's doing quite well. It's not much bigger than that. It's been in about 12 months, but it is starting to take off now.
You have a very particular filming technique, which is race around everything as quick as you can.
Yeah. But no time, have I?
Got that Benny Hill vibe.
Yeah, I was going to say it's like Michael Bay with ADHD.
Yeah, I know. I always feel rushed. I don't know why.
That's beautiful, guys.
Looks great there, doesn't it?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, so
purple is crazy.
That was probably only a couple of months ago, to be honest. So that's pretty much as it is now. I've had quite a few zoas and things like that.
It's really nice.
Growing out, yeah.
He's thinking, look at all that space for coddle.
Yeah. So there's that gunny again. Yeah. I'm quite happy with that. That one there is sulking, that green one there. It's got like a glitter in it, that one. It's sulking there, but that's starting to come back out.
Coralline explosion is insane.
Yeah.
How long is it took you from when you started to where you are on the film now?
Oh, this is a few months ago, so the tank's 3 years old now.
Right. Okay.
But the green air algae problem was about 10 months when it started. So I set the tank up in the May. The July, the green air algae started in the July, and then it was, like I say, 10 months after that.
There was a question from Coach in the chat about the anemone you've got. I think he was talking about your plate coral that Will thought was a torch coral.
Yeah, it's a long tentacle plate coral, that is, yeah.
Helio.
Amazing.
He's in the corner, yeah. But I'll do some close-ups in a bit. I'll swap my arm in a bit. Upgraded my Evo, like you, Steve.
Yep.
But I didn't have to do any modifications to my glass.
Yes.
Come on, play fair.
Yeah, I did soak in citric acid for a couple of days, to be fair.
What's the high back on the all-in-one? Are they all like that, the Evos?
No, that was a Red Sea Max Nano Peninsula. That one was upgraded to.
Oh.
Yeah, but the Evo is a similar sort of setup where it flows down the back.
So have you taken rock out now?
Where are we talking now? I've probably just moved it so it does look like I've took some out. I gave my dad a Zoa rock a couple of weeks ago. So, yeah, if you freeze there now, that rock there, where that powder blue was, is now in my dad's tank. Because he's been asking me to do a Zoa rock for a while for him. So rather than just putting a rock in there and then putting frags on, I thought, you can just have that one and then I'll just start again. Job done. The SPS is taking off there. I know that. Does anybody know the name of that one that's behind? If you go back a second, Ron. You able to go back? Back a touch. So behind the stylo. That green one there. Yeah, that one there. Because that's a barley slime you see now. But that, is it a stag? Does anybody know the name of that?
Looks like a green stag.
It does just look like a green stag, yeah.
Yeah. So my green stag and my red DG is doing quite well. These ones are fairly new down here now. There's that Zagoni that's.
And that is that is everything you sent me, Gaz. What a marathon. Well done though. That actually worked out all right.
Yeah. It's 10 to 9. So not bad.
So yeah,
one thing we ain't got over is the sun.
Yes. Give us a look at what's going on under there and what you've got.
Shall I swap to my phone for that? Is it easy to do, John?
Yeah. Just join on your phone. I'll let you in, and then we can spotlight you on your phone instead.
Yeah, be a lot easier on the phone.
Oh, has Koji got his own avatar now? Look at that.
Can't see it.
Hold on, I'll bring it up. Oh, come on! Why it's not letting me spotlight Koji for some reason?
It isn't a camera, is it?
So you want to have a close up first? Actually, get me.
Holy fuck! Slow down.
Remember,
I'm having a seizure.
How's that?
Slow down.
Have you got an orange filter, Gaz?
I have.
Awesome. And the image stabilizer.
There we go.
There we go.
That's better.
Perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, long tentacle plate coral there. So I moved in there last night actually.
That looks phenomenal.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, been about a year now, so it's doing well. Yeah, leather coral up there, Roger Rampage up in the corner. Nothing too spectacular. I've got off signature frags, the big one. It's doing all right. Just a few corals on the frag rack at the back.
Slow down.
Sorry. You want a closer look?
It's the fish moving at the back.
Yeah. I'll slow down, sorry.
Coach is praising your plate coral. He says it's absolutely stunning. You didn't know they could get long tentacles.
Yeah, Finest Aquatics. I think they've got another one in as well, I think.
Yeah, they're lovely. Don't get many of them about, but I think they do a purple one as well.
Yeah, they do different ones, don't they? These hammers, Euphilia, I got from Love to Reef and some frag swaps. So I swapped out some Zoas. So I'm going to do the same again. Got some Zoas here, got on the grow out. So whatever I don't swap out, I'll just stick some on eBay, as you do.
Them blue ones with yellow eyes, put my name on some of them for us, guys.
The blue ones?
Yeah. I've just lost my colony.
Oh, have you? Okay. I think it's starting to take off, that one, mate. So
yeah, stunning on them.
I'll get you some of them, mate. And
Cheers, bud.
Talking of losing, Lee, your foreskin lost in my tank.
You what, mate?
The foreskin you gave me lost. It went. Didn't make it.
I'll cut you another one off, mate. I've got another 3 different types of.
Fucking hell! What we Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Well, I might have to do it. So I've only got a 2-skin.
Shalom. Dave does penis jokes. It's Dave with the penis jokes.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys.
Sounds
Right,
sounds like a sketch off Rainbow.
I've had 0 edits so far. Fucking behave yourselves.
Yeah.
Darren, not me.
There is said stag at the back there, so you can see from a little stick. It's taking off now. It's covered the. It's spaced out, as you can see.
It's got very.
I've one next to it that's encrusting. It's done a good job of encrusting all over that rock, isn't it?
That's my penis's nickname, Little Stick.
Dave.
Twiggy.
Sorry. Had to get that one in
as well.
Digis as well. They're doing all right. Is that Forest Fire DG? Forest Fire DG. Am I right in saying that? Forest Fire DG.
Yeah. That's what it looks like.
There's a PC Rainbow there that's based out on the whole rock as well.
Yeah.
I'm expecting good things from that. We'll see. These obviously they're just stuff that grows like weed.
Tapora, yep.
Still pretty.
Yeah, it's all right. Mushrooms.
The same as your orange mushrooms are quite common, but they still look stunning.
They are lovely.
Yeah, I've got a little rock there as well that I'm thinking of getting rid of at some point. So yeah,
Jack-o'-lantern looks good as well.
Yeah, jack-o'-lantern's based out on that plate there. So
what are these tiles you're using, Gaz?
Oh, is it Reef Freaks? I think something like that.
Oh, on eBay.
Yeah, off eBay. Yeah.
What are they made out of, Gaz?
It's ceramic, isn't it?
Yeah, the ceramic. Yeah. Because the first lot broke. They're quite easy to break.
Yeah, very brittle.
Acan Micromusa there. That one's just literally starting to take off as well. So that was sulking for a good 12 months. Orange Oxide Zoa. Big colony of that there.
Is there a wee mushroom in there?
Yeah, one of them red mushrooms is made in there, isn't it? Look. But I don't know whether to frag that up because underneath that is basically one of those, or just sell it as it is because I've got so much of these orange oxides.
Beautiful as it is, I would just leave it.
200 heads plus on that. Yeah, I know, but I've got loads more up here on. So, and in the Max Nano in the kitchen, I've got loads in there as well. So, I need to start getting rid of some of them. Frog spawns again. I had a couple of these here from Love to Reef on some frog swaps. So I did quite well on the Euphilia with Love to Reef. There is Barley Slimer, which is making a comeback in the hobby now, I think, isn't it?
It is, definitely. Everyone's asking me for it.
Are they? Good. And there's a couple. Not sure what that one in the middle. I had that one from Finest Aquatics in the middle. And the one on the right again, that was a Love to Reef purchase. Daz, that was the one I got off that chap that me and you were.
Oh, was that Tom guy?
Yeah, I had that one off him. So that's really nice. That is the polyp extensions coming on. coming on.
Yeah, my ones are doing all right actually. My rainbow loom and my blue tip torch. Although it's pink tip in white light, but blue in blue light. Weird.
Yeah, good. So yeah, there's that Gunny. He's doing really well.
What a win that was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's coloured up well, that.
Oh yeah, get a good shot from underneath. You can see. I'll put it on that block there. We should have put it on a bigger one there because it's based out all over that now. So yeah, there's some other gunnies here I got as well. And then at the back is that Zoa. They're actually growing up the glass now. You can see. So
was there a Bernarda Pora on the bottom there as well with those gunnies? A Bernarda Pora. The red one behind.
This one.
Yeah, is that a Bernarda Pora?
Not sure.
It looks a little bit too extended, doesn't it?
That's pretty.
I'm not
Beautiful
sure.
green underneath.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's a lovely gunny, yeah. And there's the rainbow that's just starting to rim out and starting to grow.
Is that sheets of coralline on your sand?
It is, yeah. It fell off this glass.
Holy cow!
Dear God.
Yeah. So
That's impressive, mate.
If anybody needs any coralline,
some people are crying out for it. Seriously.
Oh, they really? Send them my way, then I can have it.
You could sell it on eBay.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Bag it up and crush it so it helps propagate other people's tanks.
Okay. Watermelon chalice there at the back, but I've only put that there a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, that's pretty much the fish and the corals. There's the powder blue. There's the last one that went in about 6 months ago, I reckon, something like that. There's the black and white
question at the end, any?
Yeah. There's the black and white one I got left from. That was one of the first fish I had. So yeah, Sump. Let's get to the Sump. Don't know if you'll be able to see in here because it's quite dark in here now, but let's have a look.
Put torch on your phone.
Yeah. Can you see that, guys?
Yep.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Water comes down there. All I've got in here, I had these made by Johnny Aquaprint. So he made me those 7-inch cups, and they're just filled with oil balls, as you can see. And I just put some floss on the top. I swap that out every 3 or 4 days. And then obviously it runs into there. I've got a little Nero 3 running in there just to keep all the shit off the bottom.
Good man.
Some of that real reef rock in there. If any pods do want to take a fancy to that. There is the beast skimming away.
Clean your Sump out for this?
Pardon?
Sorry. You go, Ron.
No, on you go.
I
said, did you clean your Sump out for this, or is it normally that clean?
No. It's always that clean because that Nero, I'll move that Nero. You know, I'll move it to the right and then I'll move it to the left so that nothing takes a hold, if you like. So no, it's always that clean.
Wow.
So yeah, all I've literally got, like I say, is bio balls, filter floss on top of that. I've got my skimmer, and then my return pump, and then I'm literally got 4 head doser. I've got part 1, part 2, Reef's Elements, and then the 2 cocktail mixes where there's one of them there, and the other one's behind. So 4 heads, 4 head doser, no controllers on here, nothing like that.
Are you using Complete or pH Plus?
The Complete. My pH is sitting around 8.3, Steve, without it. So
yeah,
because I'm pulling fresh air in from behind that wall there. Yeah, so behind that wall is my garage basically. So there's a tube through there that's going to outside.
So the only negative I have about that skimmer, Gaz, is my adjustment knob, the big white knob in the front. It falls off all the time.
Oh yeah. I've had to glue mine back on.
Yep, it's a pain in the backside, but
yeah.
I might just super glue mine now that you've said that.
My only negative is the Venturis that plug up, but I bought another set now, like I say. So when you clean your skimmer every 6 months,
swap them out.
Yeah. So when I have to dial this up to number 10, then I know it's due a clean because it usually runs. Well, it's on 8 at the minute. So So when
is
it
it a
starts clogging up,
single pump or is it 2 pumps?
it's one pump, but it's dual.
Yeah, it's got 2 intakes. It's got an intake either side.
So the intake there, and there's an intake there.
I think it was the first one of their kind when they launched it.
You can actually see there. Look, one of them pulling the fresh air from that green tube there. So you can see my MP4 is there, and then I've got my others on that board that you saw. So I did have that TMC UV running in here, but I took it off. So there's a lot of
did it catch fire?
No, nothing like that.
How dare you say something so silly, Darren?
It was doing a fantastic job, but like water clarity, but I don't think I need it. I think my water's quite clear. Do you?
It is. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. And shall we talk about water changes?
Yes.
Shall I go back to the laptop now? Or?
Cool. Yeah.
What lights are you running, Gaz?
4 Radeon XR15s Gen 6.
Blues are pros.
They are pros.
Nice.
Can everyone see me back on main screen?
That's you?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So water changes. I don't do them. The last one I did was March, and the one before that I did was August. So
how long have you not been doing water changes for? So when did you stop doing water changes, or have you just never done them on this tank?
Not consistently. When I had the green air algae issue, I was doing them because I thought that may help. And obviously, like when you're taking water out to scrubbing buckets and things like that, you've got to replace that water in yourself. No, because I dose the main elements and traces. I don't believe that water changes are necessary. My auto top up is dosing about 50 litres a week of operation, so it's arguable that it's getting fresh water anyway through that, isn't it?
No.
Okay. Do I need to water change?
No, you don't.
Do I need to water change?
Nope.
No.
You just need to turn around and look at your tank to answer that question.
This is my argument, Steve. People, there's so many ways to skin a cat, isn't there, like you say?
Yeah.
People who do water change is great. On my next build, maybe I will have that set up, doing an auto water change. But right now, the tank's fine. The corals are growing. Everything looks happy. The fish are happy. So why change it?
So when you do your very rare water changes, which salt do you use?
Outtakes Pro Reef.
Yep, I've used that myself. It was the cheapest by a country mile.
I was actually using the expensive one. What is it? Everyone uses
Tropic Marine.
Yeah, Tropic Marine Pro Reef. I was using that. I don't do water changes, but I still think salt is salt. If I'm dosing traces and I'm dosing part 1 and part 2, then why do I need an expensive salt? So again,
I literally moved away from Seachem Salinity to the Aquatics because it was either that or I was going to have to shut my tank down. I was not making enough money where I was working at the time because I was commuting so far.
Right.
So I just went to Aquatics, and I will be honest, I did see a slight dip in quality of everything. My corals weren't quite as happy, but everything still was okay.
Yeah.
I just think it was lacking in traces and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. In fact, I'll be honest, I didn't even think about traces back then in the hobby. It was just fish with live rock and a couple of softies and a few anemones, things like that.
Yeah.
I did see a slight deterioration in everything, but not terrible.
No.
But yeah, it's good that there are salts out there that are so affordable.
Yeah. Like if I did an auto water change, then I'd go Aquatics Pro Reef. But but then would I struggle? I don't know. But the reviews on that stuff is brilliant. When you read the reviews on Aquatics Pro Reef salt, the reviews are brilliant.
Do you buy the refills now? to save a few quid, or do you still buy the buckets?
Oh, refills.
Good man.
Refills, but like let's say, I've done 2 water changes since August last year, so it doesn't, you know. And the same on my dad's. You know, we'll do a tank tour on my dad's, and again, I can't even remember the last time he tested his water parameters. I'll be honest, because of him being ill. But his corals and his fish are happy. Good. And I'm dosing the same stuff, you know, and that's another thing, you know. I don't want to sound like I'm a bad reefer, but I don't test my water as much as I should. I have done the last few weeks, but I've just looked back in the last 9 months, and I've checked my water 9 times in the last 9 months.
Wow.
Yeah, and 2 of them are ICPs. So it's like,
when you test, what do you test for, Gaz?
So salinity, alkaline, calcium, magnesium, pH, and let me just get the
phosphate, nitrate.
So how often do you test salinity then?
When I check my parameters.
Okay.
So I've done it twice in the last month. But then there was a big gap from December to the end of February. So
yeah, you need to disconnect your phone from the. You've still got video up.
Yeah, there's still an echo there for a second. There we go.
Guys, if you're not water changing, what are you doing for nutrient control? Are you carbon dosing? What are you doing in terms of that?
I don't know. I think he was still listening to us through his phone.
We need to turn his.
Oh, he's muted.
He's muted. If I had my fucking dad on this, press this button, do this.
Boy. It's that Chris Metler situation all over again.
Come on, Gaz, you're muted. I think he's saying, I know.
Otherwise, I like cock.
Jesus. I think he's saying, kiss me.
Suck it.
By the way, Matt, I'm not getting my fish until Tuesday now.
Let me know Tuesday then.
Will do. Yeah.
Getting chips for that, John?
Can't wait.
Chips. Pensioners fish and chip day.
Tartar sauce.
Oh,
you're still muted, Gaz.
Gaz, you're still muted. You're muted.
He probably thinks we're all muted.
Nope, you're still muted.
Speak.
You need to speak.
No, he's
yeah, we can't hear you.
The muted logo did disappear, but we still hear him. Something else has happened.
I think he's muted his hardware.
Oh, yeah. You need to turn the. I don't know. Fuck if I know.
Turn the mic back on.
We have to move to the phone entirely.
Are you on homebrew, Ron?
No, just some. I think it's summer fruits, John.
Like Aperol Spritz.
Yeah, living life in the fast lane tonight.
Snap, Ron. Snap.
Are you? There you go.
Yeah, I had a few too many before I jumped on the way back. I stink of barbecue as well. I literally smell like a fire.
Nice.
Oh, Darren, that birthday wishes was brilliant.
Have you had a spray tan for your birthday, John? You're looking very brown, mate.
No, I do go brown. I've been in a flat, but I've sat in a friend's house.
I thought Dickinson had joined us.
Dickinson. Oh, he's back. He's back.
Oh, yeah. Yay.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't use laptops, as you can tell.
Turn it sideways.
Turn your phone sideways again.
There we go. Okay, I have a question. Are you ready?
Fire away.
Did you get a haircut especially for this tank tour?
No.
Are you sure?
It's just received.
You were there like 2 hours ago, weren't you, saying make me look good?
This haircut was done last weekend.
Did you pay for it?
I had a shave though. Yeah, I did have a shave.
They didn't charge you for that, guys, did they?
Fortunately, yeah.
Well, Darren didn't cut your hair, did he?
This
it wouldn't look like that.
Absolutely brutal.
Is it time to abuse me now? Is it? Is that what we're doing? Yeah.
Can I ask my question now?
Going bald, yeah.
Right.
I was just thinking you'd get scared.
What do you do for nutrients?
Yeah, anyway, is Matt trying to say something or not?
Go on, Matt.
Come, Matt, hurry up.
What do you do for Oh my god.
Spit it out already, man.
What do you do for nutrients?
What fish is that, guys?
You bastards.
Didn't get any of that.
I give up.
You mean
Matt was saying, what are you doing for nutrient control if you're not doing water changes?
Cheers, Steve.
I'll test my
Steve's
nutrients.
the translator.
I'll test my nutrients and I'll go, oh, it's 63. My corals look happy. I don't care.
Was that your phosphate?
Phosphate was Phosphate was 0.21 when I checked yesterday.
Not bad.
Yeah, my phosphate's at 1. My corals look fine. Why do we chase numbers?
Why do
we have to make reefing so complicated?
Well, there's learning new things.
We chase women, John.
We're learning new things, aren't we, John? There's a lot of stuff that we're doing differently now, aren't we? And you know, it's great having that Dong on the Reefers Network as well. I've been watching a few of his shows, and you learn so much. It's like, you know, what trace elements are important. Some people are telling you cobalt's important, and then others are saying it's bollocks, it's bullshit. You know, it's
poison.
Who's right? These are scientists. These are professionals. Who do you listen to? It's like.
Did you find out what the other 12 was, guys?
Melinda or Emma? Was it Emma? Emma sent me a link. I was attempting to get about it. I wanted them in his professional order. That's what I was trying to get at. I know he got the that bottle, and I know what's in the bottle. But he was saying, like, you know, most important iron, manganese, fluoride. So that is top 3. So I was intrigued to know what was behind that.
Well, didn't the Triton guy say fluoride were pointless?
Fluoride, it's dangerous, isn't it? Well, Dong said it's dangerous dosing it. It's better to do it on a water change, isn't it? But his tap water contains enough fluoride.
Yes.
But so for him, he doesn't dose it because it's in his tap water. But is that an important element? He says it is.
I just remember when they had that guy from Triton on. He was saying fluoride's pointless and you don't need to dose it because it has no whatsoever.
And he also said cobalt. He doesn't sell cobalt. Am I right in saying that?
I think so. Yeah.
He's saying you're talking about.
Yeah.
And again, you know, Dong says cobalt. Well, it's in that bottle, but I wanted to get Dong's top. Did he say 15? He's got 15 traces or 12, but yeah, it would just been interesting to know what order he's
in priority they are.
Yeah, but we'll get it out of him.
I thought it was the god of a million bottles.
That's the joke, yes.
Oh, sorry, but that's Dong's tank. That's not your tank. Everyone is different.
Yeah,
I think
you've got to remember. If you're happy with your tank, you're doing it right.
Exactly,
the biggest differences you've got to think about in this hobby is that a lot of people are now farming. Coral farming is an entirely different process to display tank.
Yeah, exactly, Ron.
I'm forcing as quick and as colourful growth as I can possibly do, which is not what you would do in a standard reef tank.
No,
exactly.
No.
So you're finally admitting you're a farmer.
No.
Yeah, boy.
No.
You did.
We got it on recording.
I am not a farmer. I am not a farmer. I have a
Jeremy Clarkson.
Ron the Wurzel.
When's the pub opening?
There's 15 witnesses.
You fuckers.
He'll edit that out.
Yeah, that's sort of do. Yeah.
No, but you know, going back to, like, you know, no UV on this, no water changes. But yeah, I think my water is probably as clear as it's ever been.
Yeah, it looks really good, guys.
And that's it. You know, what I'm trying to do now. I've took my UV offline because I'm thinking I'll put the powder blue in. So obviously I'll put it back on for that going in. Although I did quarantine it for a bit. I was just nervous about that because obviously if it wiped my fish out, then I'll be devastated. But I think the powder blue is in about 4 months, 5 months, something like that. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to take this UV off because the pump needs cleaning on it. But do I need it on there? Is it doing more harm than good? I don't know.
Well, you look at these people that are now sending these aquabiomics tests away, and the guy reading the results literally can tell if you're running a UV or not because of the species of bacteria that is so high and so low.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
So what's right and what's wrong?
Well, that's just it. I mean, I've never run a tank without a UV, and I'm growing. I was about to say farming, growing the shit out of corals. So, and I've only ever run UV, and it's massively oversized for the system as well. So, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
But Ron, there's a massive difference between, like you said, between coral farming and a hobbyist.
Yes, entirely different. But it seems to me that people are looking to farmers, Chris Meckley, etc., for advice on looking after the display tanks, and I don't think it's entirely transferable.
Yeah, it's a fair point. That is,
yeah. Chris sent me a happy birthday message today.
You've told us so. Well done, mate.
The old Alzheimer's are kicking in.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Oh, wait till you get to 73, mate.
Is that what age you are, John?
That's what drink is on.
73. What?
73 shots of vodka? Wow.
Vodka dosing.
73 shots.
Supposed to go in the tank, not you.
Yeah.
Can I
ain't going to dose vodka to my reef tank, am I?
Right, we're on a fucking tank tour. Behave yourselves. Does anyone have any other questions for Gaz?
Yeah, what intensity have you running your lights at, Gaz?
Oh, great question. So I'm on the AB plus, and I'm running them at 60%.
60% overall, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you had a power reading?
12. No, I'm waiting for Ron's. He's going to send it me, ain't you, mate?
Well, I don't have it.
Okay.
Joe's got it a minute, hasn't he?
I'm in the queue.
Was Coach next, or was it Bristol Reefer, or I can't remember.
It was with Dan, wasn't it? And then it was going to
it's going to Coach.
Coach.
I'm going to get it gone tomorrow.
Oh, Dan, have you been fucking sitting on that power-wise? Naughty boy.
For about a week, yeah. I have to be fair.
That power-wise needs its own channel.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Gaz, I've got another question. What percentage are you running your MP40s at?
2%.
70%. I've got 2 on short pulse and 2 on random.
Okay. Did your lights just change then?
No.
It's when he moved. When he moves in front of the more lighties camera, then
No. So it's not also moving.
Yeah. Are you using the 3D printed covers for them?
Nope.
Deflectors.
No, nothing like that.
What?
You should do.
What?
Oh, sorry. You're talking about the MPs. Sorry. You're talking about the MPs, aren't you? Yes.
Right. Yeah. So they majorly cut down flow.
Yes, I know.
So is that for the anemones?
There is one in there, but
is that why you've got them though? Is that because of the anemones? Or?
More for the starfish, to be honest.
Yeah, I found my MPs were probably 20% less than the standard cages when I put those ones on.
Yeah. I mean, I've got actually 2 types. You know, the one Johnny did, and then I think Exodus.
Yeah,
now sell them, don't they? So I've got 2. I've got 2 of those on, but I've got another 2 spare. You know, if I did want to run all 4, and then the other 2 is just they were just some cheap ones off eBay.
I've got millions of them printed. If anyone, I don't use them anymore, and they're all just sitting in a box. So I printed a whole load of them.
They're handy to have out in there because when you need to take 2 out and clean them in citric.
like I've just swapped my dad's, like I said earlier, just today, and took his out, chucked him in citric acid, and then put the clean ones on his. So they're handy to have like that because it's just 2 minute swap out in it.
What temperature do you run your tank at? Because I've been talking to a few people today about what temperatures they run their tanks at. So,
yeah,
off the back of speaking to Dong on Friday, he was talking about bacteria turning to going pathogentic at a certain temperature, which he said, I think it was at the top end of 25, moving into 26 degrees.
Okay.
So, what temperature do you run your tank at?
25.3.
Interesting. That's very specific.
25.5 when you went Sump.
Was it?
Yeah.
So yeah, 25.3 is where it's, when it's settled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm bouncing mine between 25 and 26. And then by the tail end of this year, I should be bouncing between 25 and 27 to have a 2-degree swing to try and harden the corals off slightly.
Yeah. I run mine low, don't I? 24, I run mine.
24?
24.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a patio door there, and it's south-facing garden, so I've got everything against me in the summer.
To get toasty in there, does it?
It gets very toasty. I mean, to be honest with you, around about this time of night now, where 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, it seems to be the worst for reef tanks. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, that's the build-up of the lights, I think.
You think?
Yeah.
And the build-up of the heat hitting your house all day, and everything just gets to
because if it's really hot outside, and I found the temperature of my tank doesn't increase until the evening, and I put it down to the lights.
You could be right, John. Yeah, it's just odd. Like during the day,
I am John Wright.
Can't argue with that, can I?
It's in the name.
It's in the name, yeah. No, it's like it's south facing, so the sun literally is blasting. I've got some shades on the patio doors, so I do have them down when it's in the summer. But you'd think that, during its peak 3-4 p.m., you'd think that would be the hottest, wouldn't it? But it's not. You sort of like 7-8 o'clock at night when the temperature goes up.
Yeah,
your house is absorbing all of that heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
start releasing it.
You actually try and keep the patio doors closed to keep the heat out, don't you?
Yes.
In the summer.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, "Oh, open your windows. It's too hot in this house." It's like if you open the window and it's hotter outside, you're letting the heat in, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you use a dehumidifier, Gaz?
No, but I am going to get one because in the winter it is a bit on the edge, shall we say?
I run 2 of them.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get one. You get the surface mold, don't you, on PVC windows as well? So it's.
I've got one because I get a bit of mold.
Yeah.
So to combat that, I got positive input ventilation units. So it's just literally a fan that pulls air down from your loft space and squeezes the stale air and moisture out of your house. And it's so cheap to run. It just runs permanently.
Right.
It just installs into your ceiling just a kind of white plastic disc.
Right.
And that eliminated every bit of condensation from a 7x2x2 reef tank in our house because it was getting pretty bad.
Okay.
And it got rid of it all. And it does the whole house, just slowly but surely squeezes the air out.
You say it's easy to install?
Yep. You just click feeling and stick it in.
Send me some info on that then, Ron, now. I'll have a look into that.
Is it something you fit in every single room, or is it just going in one room?
You put it
usually above the stairs.
I've got it in my hall, so it just pushes right through the entire house. So in the winter, we used to open our curtains in the morning, and the windows from us sleeping in that room at night would be dripping, and I mean soaking. Not a single drop since we installed this. It's just it's an overall healthier house.
Yeah.
They were thinking about making them a legal requirement for landlords and things like that. I don't know if that actually...
They did for a certain while.
Yeah, I'm sure they were talking about it, but it's
just that's my background.
It's been a game changer for me.
So that's your background, is it then? That's interesting. So if me and Gaz want one fitting, we just come at you.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, you should ping some details in the chat or something.
Apart from that ventilation, Ron, have you changed any other bedroom habits to stop the condensation, or was it just that?
Well, just putting a pillow over Bernadette's face.
You're going to edit that out, aren't you?
No, it's not alive, so I think I'll get away with it.
Yeah.
So, guys, your tank is full of corals. You're talking about selling corals on eBay. You do have space for a bigger tank. Is there a time frame for an upgrade? I mean, you seem very happy with it and very committed to it, but do you think anytime soon you'll go bigger?
No. It ain't gonna happen soon, Ron.
It'll happen when Waterbox comes back to the UK.
No. It's no work commitments at the minute. It's just impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably why I don't test my water and do water changes as often. It's probably, I won't put it down to laziness, but it's just available time. When I'm away 2 days a week. So it's hard, isn't it? Finding the time to do these things.
Yeah.
So, Gaz, what's your opinion about technology, Apex and everything?
Well, this is it.
Because you're away.
Yeah. Away with work.
I just think simple reefing is easy. You enjoy it more.
I mean, I'm not panicking if I'm away. If that's what I mean. I'm only away for a couple of days, so what's the worst that can happen?
Ooh, careful.
Don't tempt fate like that, Gaz.
I know. I'm going to tell you something else as well. That's probably going to shock you all. And don't slate me for this.
You're really a woman.
But yeah, I've never cleaned my return pump.
I don't clean mine.
Oh, your back glass.
And it's been on 3 years now, and it's a checkout.
That makes complete sense.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
Fine. As soon as you clean it, it'll break.
Ron,
that's why I won't clean it.
Yeah. Ron, I've got a TMC one and a spare.
Boot him.
And a spare for the spare.
John, I have a TMC return pump running in my little observation system. I have one. I don't even switch it off when the water drops when I do my water changes. I just leave it running because I'm so scared that if I ever switch it off, it's never going to come back on.
Yeah.
But I do have a brand new pump, Toonsy, sitting, waiting to swap it out the day it dies. It's sitting there ready to go.
Yeah, I need to get a backup. I haven't even got a backup if that ever goes.
Ooh.
I know. I'm living on the edge, and I know I'm a bad reefer.
Not having a backup.
Yeah, so
that's a bold one.
It is. It is. I always think, Ron, that what's the worst that can happen? I can put my heater in the main display there, and my MP40s are going to move the water, aren't they? So that's probably not good. I know, but I know.
You have a spare heater.
I mean, a heater's a heater, isn't it? I can just chuck the one in that's currently in there.
No, do you have a spare heater?
Oh yes, I do. I do have a spare heater. So
I think Gaz is going to start lying now because we've bought.
No, I'll tell you. Shall I tell you why I've got a spare heater? And this is the truth. So the DD ones kept failing every 12 months, and I was getting a replacement off the warranty. And then that one went, and then I got another one, and I thought I am putting this one on because I don't really want to keep changing them every 12 months. So I bought the Japanese one, 1,000 watts.
Hugo Kashimi or whatever it is.
That's the one. So I bought that one. So that's currently in there, and I've got my replacement DD one as my backup. So
don't you use Linkbird, Gaz?
There you got a D&D on, yeah.
D&D. Got the DD one. Got the DD, yeah. Got the DD. So I actually took the fans off because the fans cover the sump, don't they? So I have actually got the fans to put back on after this.
Don't you have two heaters running?
No, only one. It's 1,000 watt. That Japanese one. It's 1,000 watts, so it's more than capable. Because the volume on that, they reckon it's 1,000 liters if it's just water in the whole system.
Well, if it don't fail, yeah.
Yeah. But no, again, I'd probably get a bit nervous in the winter, but summer months, it's only going to drop slightly, isn't it?
Yeah, I run dual heaters, one in tank, one in the sump. I've got a temp probe in the tank, one in the sump. I run a temperature controller, which is then backed up by the apex to then shut it off if it goes tits.
Yeah. It's a good backup to have that run, but yeah, I mean the DD ones beep at you, don't they, if it drops below a certain temperature. So if I get a phone call, there's something beeping on your tank gas, I know what it is.
She's standing there with a hammer.
The timer countdown for you to get up.
Yeah, I've got that.
Right, I've got a backup heater. I've got the titanium one, and I've also got a glass one as well. I think it's a TMC actually that I had in my 300 XL. I've still got that, so I've actually used that before. When my DD one failed, I actually just put that TMC one in the main display.
Well, before you go,
with all the equipment people get,
how
many people have got a backup battery?
Yeah.
I've just got one.
Dave's got one.
Yeah, I've got one.
I need one.
Yeah, I've got one.
Generator.
That's quite more important than sort of.
Yeah, I need one.
Dosing and all this shit. No, it is really. You're all. I'm sorry. All the obsession with all the dosing and chasing numbers. I mean, I use reef. It works for me.
Yeah.
Right.
No, they're dying.
But I've got no fucking. I've got no backup.
No, I don't.
No, Melinda. It works for me.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm not putting shit on all for reef. I can't fucking breathe.
Oh, Mel's got a sponsorship deal. What are you on about?
I was watching the Dong video off Reefy. Was it about a month ago, 6 weeks ago, something like that?
Yeah.
And he gave his honest opinion on all for reef, didn't he?
He certainly did, and he got a little bit more agitated when the camera stopped recording as well.
Did he really?
Yeah, but that's for his tank, not for mine.
No, he's a scientist, isn't he? He's tested it and done whatever, but he doesn't like it, does he?
He was talking about the potential.
Right, Dong. Sorry, I love Dong. Dong is brilliant, but
he is.
He doesn't. I'm happy with my tank, so why change it?
No, yeah, there's a lot of people use all for reef, John, don't they? And have beautiful tanks in it.
I don't expect Dong is going to turn up in Skegness and tell you you're reefing wrong, John.
No,
I don't think he's going to do that.
I love Dong. He's brilliant.
He's fab.
So does anyone have any questions for Gaz?
Random.
I've got an observation. When Terry's head is a bit lower, the fish behind him looks like a sombrero.
It does.
It does. Oh, yeah.
I was thinking earlier, it looks like he's got a big crazy hat on. Oh,
I was expecting loads of questions off Mel.
I was only bullshitting when I said that I was here to fucking rip you a new one. I thought I'd just give you a scare before the tour.
A scare.
I'm not that nasty.
Come on.
Okay, maybe I am.
Give it a few minutes.
The jury's out on that.
Hit me with your questions.
Guys, are you done with live
fish, Gaz?
That's what I was going to ask you, bastard.
Oh, same question. Go on then. What was it, Lee?
Any plans for any more fish? And if so, what are you thinking of?
No, I mean, I do like them flame angels, but no, it ain't worth the risk. It ain't worth the risk for me. I'd love one of them. The only other fish I'd probably had is a yellow tang, but I refused to pay the price knowing that they were 30 quid 5 years ago.
Bring your net and come to mine. You can have my flame angel, mate.
When I used to get them.
Why don't you want it?
I never even wanted it in first place. It only ended up in tanks. It jumped out of net when I was putting it in the control box.
Oh.
And it doesn't touch clams or out. It's just another fish to me. I've had that many flame angels.
Really? Is he reef safe then? Is he a good boy?
Yeah, he's in big. He's in main display. Don't touch out.
Wow. Okay.
You
I've got a bi-colour angel here if you want one.
Oh, no, you're all right, Steve. Yeah, I'll trade something with you, Lee, for that. No problem.
Guys, Father's Day soon. I think you should get a new return pump.
I definitely need a backup.
And it's free. Father's Day, right?
Funny enough, I've got 2 L2s spare.
Bingo.
Lee, when are you sending me that abyss? He's gone quiet for a change.
That's going on system next week.
So what you're saying, Lee, is if my return pump does pack up, just give you a call, yeah?
Yeah. I'll send you one down, mate.
And he'll be in the car. Good lad.
So does anyone have any other questions for Gaz before?
Well, can I just give a shout out to Tom at Mantis Reef for quarantining my fish, especially my copper band.
Tom's a good lad. He's a good lad.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's delivering my fish on Tuesday. The red firefish I ordered jumped out of a tiny jump guard that he got on, died, and he's offered to replace it with a hell freaky.
Oof! What?
Wow, nice.
Yeah,
that's an upgrade and a half.
Yes,
it's a bit £100 more.
Yep.
Is it really?
He is. Yeah. He is.
Wow. Okay.
Obsessed with livestock. Yeah. And I wouldn't buy any fish from an LFS now.
Okay.
I'd rather buy it from him. Fine.
Yeah.
You know it's eating. You know it's. Ron, you're laughing because I'm pissed.
You're fucking steaming, Mr. Right. I love it. I love
going slower and slower, and his eyes are closing.
Yes, he's steaming.
I am Ron. I'm pissed.
Good lad.
It's my birthday.
It's your birthday. Good man.
Your birthday again, John.
Is that what you were laughing at as well, Steve?
It was, yeah.
I was seeing Steve laughing. I was thinking, what's he laughing at?
Have another drink.
Did anyone famous wish you happy birthday?
Chug it.
Thank you. Hey, I couldn't understand it on Saturday. I got a birthday wish from Kumar.
Oh,
EIY Kumar.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then again, I realised the time zone was different.
I got one. Sam Parker sent mine 30 minutes before actually 52. It's the same thing. I said, it's not for another 28 minutes, mate.
52, for fuck's sake. I wish I was 52.
Holy shit.
Oh, God.
I'd make different decisions, I tell you.
That you wouldn't use all for reef.
Going to start dosing trace elements in your jump.
But he would keep vodka dosing.
No, I keep vodka dosing, yeah.
That's with you for life.
I think we'll wrap up the tour, guys. What a beautiful system, and thank you for letting us have a little look at it. And you do so little compared to most people.
Yeah, I want to make that clear because I think it's important that like people think that you need these £1,000 controller systems and you need this, you need this, you need that. I'm trying to do it as simple as I can.
You need these things.
You do. They have an advantage. But I'll be honest with you, Lee, I've heard nothing but trouble with them the last few months. I mean, the Tridents and...
If you get a good in, you're all right.
I mean, even on the Reefers Net with us, mine, they were talking about it, weren't they? Saying how, if you've got to calibrate it, why don't you just do a Sally-Furt test anyway?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe...
Nice and simple, guys. I like it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep this. I mean, I even took the UV off, and I didn't need to do that. It's like, do I need this extra plug running 24 hours a day? So, I'm just trying to keep it simple.
Not to talk about
like I said this morning on the network, simple reefing. Fuck off, Ron. Simple reefing lets you enjoy your tank more.
Correct. It does.
I think
vodka lets you tank more.
Yeah, I bet it does. I think, again, not to go on about coral farming all night, but I think at scale, controllers then start to really come into their own as well.
It's propagation, Ron, not farming.
Yeah, definitely.
I'll do it.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, Ron.
It's been absolutely brilliant, Gaz. Sorry.
Well done, Gaz.
Pleasure.
The frag tile things that you've got all the zoas growing out on, are they something that you get locally 3D printed, or are they a brand name thing?
Just off eBay. There's loads on eBay, I guess.
I think they are UK based, aren't they? Reef Freaks or Reef Geeks, I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Reef Geeks, that's the one.
Reef Freaks is an entirely different website.
That's the other website I go to.
It's not baby oil.
There is a few others as well,
They
Steve.
do some good bits, Reef Freaks.
Yeah.
Oh, seriously.
So, I am going to wrap it up now because this is going down a path I don't want it to go. There's a few edits so far.
Also, Ron, I have got no fucking idea I'm going to do a tank tour.
John,
I do. Don't drink.
Tonight is not the night to talk about it, my man. You enjoy the rest of your birthday and have a good night.
John, if you want, when you do your tank tour, I'll come and do electrical side of things for you, the technology side.
Oh, brilliant, mate.
What an offer.
What could go wrong?
I'll bring my camera and my laptop and
No, you're generally.
No
you really
problem.
are.
Yeah,
John will be
bring
sat
the
in the back
12
just drunk. You'll be doing the tank tour.
Yeah, love you, mate.
Get it booked.
Likewise, buddy.
Before John loses the ability to speak English, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much.
Hey, Ron.
Thanks, Ron. Thanks, guys.
Oh, sorry. Who's talking English? We are. You're not.
Bye, everybody.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye. See you guys.
Bye.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'm sure there will be more to come. We appreciate every last one of you. Hit like and subscribe, it's the least you can do. Reefy AF Tank Tours, get in touch if you'd like to give us a tour of yours. Join our Discord channel and join in the fun. Talk reefing and nonsense, although most just run.
Talking to hammers, here she comes.
Oh, fuck you. Hello.
Oh, shit.
Hello. Good
Are
morning.
you scared?
Hey, pal.
You should be scared.
He's shitting himself, Melinda.
I've got a fucking list here.
Have you? Ooh.
Why?
Yeah.
So have I.
Insults that I can say to people named Gary. I was up all night typing them off the internet.
Gaz's face is like, is she fucking for real? Hold on. What?
It's hard to tell with Mel.
Nah, she wouldn't do that.
Are you sure?
Fucking would.
That's quite a good saying. It's hard to tell with Mel.
Oh god, here we go. This is going to be the next bloody salty banter intro. It's hard to tell with Mel. No flow. What's going on, Dave?
Oh, it's Dave.
No
When you
flow
go
Dave,
final?
mate. Yeah.
Dave, which
In
Dave
honour
is
of
it?
Gaz.
How you doing, Dave?
Living the dream, yeah?
Yeah, man.
You a bit tired there, Dave?
Fucking knackered.
Right out of bed.
Yeah, I'm literally, I'm gonna just fucking flop over and fall asleep there. Yeah.
I thought he had John's top on to start with, but I realised it's actually Jason's.
Yeah, joining in for Jace.
You do a combination,
Matt.
which is basically going topless. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Evening, Matt.
Are you able to stay on camera this week, Matt, or are you going to have to disappear?
She's sitting there, but she's playing around with something, so until she wants to watch it,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
be...
Yeah, boy.
I thought it was one of those like stock testing.
Guys, I'm just walking home. I'll try and jump online in a bit.
All right, Daz.
I love how many people join tank tours and salty banners and stuff and go, oh, I'm really sorry I can't join. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'll be on in a minute.
Yeah, all right, mate. You did say you'd try and make it. So, yeah.
Hello, children.
I'm Mel.
Oh, look, more puppies.
Look, you're tanking.
I hope they're your kids, Daz.
Haley's got all the babies.
Oh, dear. Oh, my God. John Wright has made it. Are you ready?
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Spotlight him.
right. I'm going to stop sharing the screen, right? Because if not, he's going to think he's joined some sort of presentation. And then we'll go back to Gaz. My apologies.
Oh, you could.
Here it comes. Come on, John. You can do it.
Where is he?
Here he is.
He's here.
There
Happy birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
90th, granddad.
Thank you. I've no fucking idea how I've done it.
Well done, mate.
Hi, John.
John.
No excuses from now on, John.
Sorry?
Did you press in between the two links that you could see? Because you might be a little bit drunk.
I don't know. I've had a few drinks.
Well done.
It is my
Lovely to
birthday,
see
isn't
you,
it?
John.
Always aim for the middle.
Let's have a look.
Can I just say, this is the first time I've seen Mr. Budnick's face from the front. And he's looking a little bit hot.
Isn't he
Look at him.
handsome? Look at him.
Isn't he? Like, oh my God. Not owning a pet shop, like, just glows on you.
Yeah,
10 years younger.
Yeah, I've got a semi, just so you know. Yes.
Sorry, just, yeah.
Okay,
just,
so
woo.
hello, John and Darren. We were in the middle of the tour, so we're going to get back to it.
Sorry, I've had a few.
Let's.
You've no idea if I did a live stream. Fucking hell.
We'd be looking at John's bollocks for half an hour.
And while we're waiting, can I just say, I was amazed that Chris Meckley wished me a happy birthday today.
Oh, wow. Did he?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Did he call you granddad as well, mate?
No, I don't.
Not as impressive
I don't
as
think
Chris
you've got any
Meckley, I got.
idea who I am.